The King of Cat Hair goes to see King Arthur. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? All right, so Tater and Diana, well, video-wise anyway, are finishing up their Vegas trip. That's right. The couple went to see the Tournament of Kings dinner show. Now, our little Tater Tot, he acted as if this was a one-of-a-kind spectacle that can be seen nowhere else. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that it's a bit more of a production just because it is in Vegas, but you can go to medieval times many places across the U.S., and it's pretty much the same. Again, not quite the same, but it's the same premise. It's medieval times, jousting, the king, and all that while you eat big turkey legs. So, yeah, it's, again, a little bit more because it's in Vegas, but it's not this one-of-a-kind, no one else is ever going to see it but Tater event. But yes, the King of Cat Hair went to see King Arthur. Once again, we see Tater covered in cat hair, and he hasn't been near a cat in, 5 days at least? We then have a bit of a continuity mishap during the video. We see Tater and Diana, and they're outside the venue there, and Tater's pointing at signs and things and telling us all about the event that they're getting ready to go see and how you can't film, and he has to put away his camera. He can use his iPhone, but that's it, and so on and so forth. And then he says, but first,
in the Ireland section, rooting on Ireland. Yes. Next. But first, some competitive air hockey with this hero.
So as you can see, they are in a game room playing air hockey. But you notice they had different clothes on. Tater's black shirt covered in cat hair is now not that shirt. It's like an orangey shirt. And Diana's changed as well. So they changed their clothes. But then when they're finished in the game room and they go back and they are inside the show, well, they're back in their dirty old clothes.
So cool. Yeah.
There he is.
All right, we're checked in for Ireland.
And there they are.
Here's our view, guys. This is the arena.
So there they are. They're back at the at the arena, and as you can see, they're in their old clothes that they had on before. I know it's not a whole big deal, but it's just weird. It's weird. Why? It doesn't make any sense to me. Come on, you're supposed to be this professional YouTuber. So anyway, the majority of the video was them eating and the show. Still no mention of any kind of legal issues or any kind of priorities, things that need addressing. They talked about the bus a little bit, but we already know that that's going to cost close to $10,000 when he's all said and done. But nothing about his other issues that we are all privy to. So for any of you that don't know, I'll get you caught up real quick. Eric had his second appearance at a court via Zoom. And yes, he did wear a ball cap. His lawyer told the court that Eric lives in Texas, so things might have to be done through the mail. There was no mention of land in Arizona or that he is staying in a house in L.A., both which are considerably closer to the court than Texas, for sure. At any rate, there really nothing happened at that date. They set a date for May 7th at 9 a.m. The other attorney says that he has to go over testimony and talk to witnesses and has videos to review and all other stuff before then. So I guess the thing is, with all the information being public, how do you think Eric should be handling this situation? Should he do what he's doing? Just shut up and ignore it and pretend it didn't happen? See, we have Tater being the supposed businessman. He should have a plan. Being that his entire existence relies on YouTube revenue, Patreon, and any sponsored deals, he should be the one to control the narrative and get ahead of everything and be on top of the story. Wouldn't you think? But no, Eric is allowing others to tell the story in the manner that they see fit and any way that they feel. people can kind of get all weird and contact sponsors and other money streams and spin the issue in any way that they feel. I mean, they don't have to go too far off the subject or anything, and they shouldn't anyway. But everything's there. The first court appearance, all the information is there, public. The Zoom meeting and everything is public, so it's not like it's a big secret. Everybody knows. Now, we all know that Eric is no stranger to throwing money at problems. He's a big-time YouTuber, content creator, social media influencer, or whatever label you want to throw at it. He should want to protect that money flow, because it's all he has. He has no other skills. Why doesn't Tater throw some money at a publicity firm? They know how to deal with things like this. They can get ahead of the thing, and I mean, they do it for people far more important than the Tater. This would be a drop in the bucket. It would be easy for them, and they could get ahead of everything. And I know that when speaking of Tater and saying the word image, that he needs to protect his image, I know that's laughable, because Tater and image, yeah, I get it. I mean, let's face it, his image is a messy, cat hair covered, unorganized scammer that boils over and loses his temper off camera, but puts on his fake happy persona while in front of the camera. Nevertheless, for the ones that he still has fooled, he needs to keep them. And I'm going to tell you what I think. This is just my personal opinion, but my belief is that he will keep quiet until the very end. He will do what he did with Taterland. He'll just hang on to it and won't say a word. And then one day down the road, he'll make this big announcement that I'm going to do this big reveal video, and in hopes that, you know, he can capitalize on the drama and the intrigue, and people will run over, and in his eyes, this is the way he's going to garner the most views. And in my opinion, the other thing that he needs to do is wait for the final outcome. See, if he loses and has to pay some sort of restitution, be it monetarily or with a little bit of time or whatever it may be, he can get his "oh, woe is me" sob story all together. He can put on his acting hat and spin a nice little tater tale. And then on the other hand, if he manages to come out on top, he can adorn his annoying little smirk that he puts on, and he can just gloat. He can yell at the trolls and make more little idle threats. He can pull the "I told you so" routine. See, just like me and Diana said, nothing happened. Nothing at all. It was a big nothing burger. It was all rumors and lies made up by the trolls. See? The thing is, will it be too late? If he waits, you know, what's going to happen? With delays and continuances dragging this out, what will happen to his channel? What will happen to his beloved only income stream? The views are already on a decline. The bus is a disaster. Tater Acres is a mud pit sitting stagnant. The great Nomadic Fanatic is not nomadic or too fanatic. He's just sitting idle in a house in LA somewhere. His trips and frivolous spending on shows, food, drink, and collectibles are not holding his nomadic audience. His videos that once pulled in 100 to 200,000 views, yeah, that's something of the past. Those days are gone. Now, sitting on 242,000 subscribers, his last video drew a whopping 20,000 views. That is a small percentage of his subscribers. And I happen to know that Eric's retirement plan is his past YouTube catalog. He believes that he can just sit back and have the videos continue to perform year after year after year. He is under the assumption or the illusion that his videos are green and will just keep growing and growing. Oh boy, what a plan. I mean, let's face it, soon AI will be dominating YouTube and Tater will be out of a job. His retirement plan will be Diana going back to the dollar store again. Yeah, because the OF, yeah, I'm sure AI is going to be able to make and take her job too, you know. See, the longer he pretends nothing is happening, the longer he lets others control the story, the more he makes videos of his avoidance by running to Disney, Vegas, and other places, the more his numbers will drop. He throws money at pretending his life is blissful and a breeze. He should be throwing money at staying ahead of this disaster that he himself created. His engagement, trips, and buying little trinkets, it's not fooling anyone. Just like the guy with too many names and even more addresses isn't fooling the court. With all that being said, that's going to take us to the comment of the day. Let's do that, shall we? I thought this comment would go nicely with what we just talked about, you know, his image. And it is, as a pet mom of 3 cats, the fur just sticks around. It can take me weeks to completely get it off things that don't get washed, like jackets and hats. Well, I appreciate you coming to the aid of the little tater, and I know that, yes, I used to have pets as well. And you see people like even Chrome. He has hair on his shirts, you can see, but that's usually at the end of the day. He doesn't wake up and put on a shirt and it already looks like it's a fur coat. No, usually it happens throughout the day with his 2 dogs. I get it. You're going to get cat hair or dog hair or whatever. I understand that. But again, to wake up in the morning and have your first cup of coffee and tell everybody that you just climbed out of bed and you're already covered in hair, when your job is to be camera ready. And now you are in Vegas. And yeah, I'm sure he doesn't wash his hat all the time, but still, there's things called lint rollers, and they're not even that expensive. They're probably less expensive than a magnet or a patch. They're definitely less expensive than one of his $50 t-shirts. So you'd think you could clean up your hat. And a shirt, they get washed pretty regularly. I know mine do. And you take them out of the basket or wherever, you fold them all up and you put them away somewhere. Unless you're tater and you just throw them away around and have the cats lay on them or something, whatever. But to get up and put on a fresh, clean, and I use the word loosely, t-shirt and have it already covered in hair, I don't care how many cats you have, and I don't care how nice you are, and I don't care how clean you are. But yeah, it's, again, there's nothing against the commenter, but yeah, there's no excuse to pull something clean out of a drawer and have it covered already. And yes, I agree. Things like hats and other things, and even, I don't know, like blankets and stuff that are laying around that the cats lay on all the time. I get it. But a shirt, pants, things like that, no. And again, your hat, it's a lot. It's not like 1 or 2 little hairs. It's a lot of hair. And again, your livelihood is to be camera ready. Your face, your appearance, your words on camera for the entire world to see, so you can make a buck. You'd think that just rolling a little lint roller over your shit every once in a while wouldn't kill you. But hey, that's just my opinion.
This is Blind Views, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.